How well do you really understand Claude and its practical use? Let's find out with a quick challenge. We've prepared Anthropic Claude Certified Associate, Foundations Exam practice questions covering Claude fundamentals, prompting, context, responsible AI, tool use, and practical workflows. Pause when you need to, choose your answer, and see how you perform. Question 1. What is Claude primarily designed to do? A. Understand and generate human-like responses from natural language input. B. Replace all traditional databases. C. Operate as a physical network device. D. Manage computer hardware directly. Correct. Answer. A. Understand and generate human-like responses from natural language input. Explanation. Claude is an AI assistant designed to process natural language input and generate useful responses for tasks, such as analysis, writing, coding, summarization, and reasoning. Question 2. A user wants Claude to produce a response in a specific format. What is the best approach? A. Clearly describe the required format in the prompt. B. Provide no instructions. C. Use unrelated examples. D. Ask Claude to guess the desired structure. Correct. Answer. A. Clearly describe the required format in the prompt. Explanation. Clear instructions help Claude understand the expected output. Specifying structure, format, constraints, and desired content can make responses more consistent. Question 3. Which prompting approach is generally most effective? A. Provide clear instructions, relevant context, and the desired outcome. B. Give vague instructions with no context. C. Include as much unrelated information as possible. D. Avoid specifying the task. Correct. Answer. A. Provide clear instructions, relevant context, and the desired outcome. Explanation. Well-structured prompts provide Claude with the information it needs to understand the task and produce a useful response. Question 4. A user asks Claude to summarize a long document. What should the user provide? A. The relevant document content and clear summarization requirements. B. Only the document title. C. An unrelated question. D. No context at all. Correct. Answer. A. The relevant document content and clear summarization requirements. Explanation. Claude needs access to the relevant content. The user can also specify the desired length, audience, format, or focus of the summary. Question 5. Why is context important when working with Claude? A. It helps Claude understand the task and produce a more relevant response. B. It guarantees that every response is factually correct. C. It eliminates the need for instructions. D. It prevents Claude from processing information. Correct. Answer. A. It helps Claude understand the task and produce a more relevant response. Explanation. Relevant context gives Claude additional information about the task, constraints, goals, and background needed to produce an appropriate response. Question 6. A user wants Claude to analyze customer feedback and identify recurring themes. What should the user provide? A. The customer feedback and clear instructions about the desired analysis. B. Only the company's name. C. An unrelated document. D. No instructions. Correct. Answer. A. The customer feedback and clear instructions about the desired analysis. Explanation. Claude can analyze provided text and identify patterns when the input and task are clearly defined. Question 7. Claude provides an answer that does not meet the user's requirements. What is a useful next step? A. Refine the prompt with clearer instructions or additional context. B. Assume the response cannot be improved. C. Remove all context. D. Repeat exactly the same prompt indefinitely. Correct. Answer. A. Refine the prompt with clearer instructions or additional context. Explanation. Prompt refinement is an important part of working effectively with AI. Adding constraints, examples, context, or clarification can improve the output. Question 8. What is the purpose of providing an example in a prompt? A. Demonstrate the expected style, structure, or behavior. B. Guarantee the model will always produce identical output. C. Remove the need for instructions. D. Increase unrelated context. Correct. Answer. A. Demonstrate the expected style, structure, or behavior. Explanation. Examples can help Claude understand what the desired output should look like. This approach is often useful when a task has a particular format or style. Question 9. A user asks Claude to make an important business decision based solely on an AI-generated answer. What should the user consider? A. Review the response and apply appropriate human judgment before making the decision. B. Accept the answer automatically. C. Assume Claude cannot make mistakes. D. Remove all human oversight. Correct. Answer. A. Review the response and apply appropriate human judgment before making the decision. Explanation. AI outputs should be evaluated in context, especially when decisions could have significant consequences. Human review and appropriate validation remain important. Question 10. What is hallucination in the context of generative AI? A. When an AI system produces information that is inaccurate or unsupported. B. When a computer loses internet connectivity. C. When a prompt contains too few words. D. When a document is successfully summarized. Correct. Answer. A. When an AI system produces information that is inaccurate or unsupported. Explanation. A hallucination occurs when a model generates information that may sound plausible but is incorrect, unsupported, or not grounded in the available information. Question 11. A user needs Claude to work with sensitive business information. What should the user consider first? A. Appropriate data handling, privacy, security, and organizational policies. B. Sharing the information publicly. C. Removing all access controls. D. Ignoring company policies. Correct. Answer. A. Appropriate data handling, privacy, security, and organizational policies. Explanation. Sensitive information should be handled according to applicable organizational policies and security requirements. Users should understand what information is appropriate to provide to an AI system. Question 12. Why should AI-generated information sometimes be verified against trusted sources? A. AI systems can produce inaccurate or outdated information. B. AI systems are always wrong. C. Verification makes prompts unnecessary. D. Claude cannot process factual information. Correct. Answer. A. AI systems can produce inaccurate or outdated information. Explanation. Generative AI can make mistakes. Verification is especially important when accuracy matters or when information is used for important decisions. Question 13. A user wants Claude to rewrite an email for a specific audience. Which prompt is likely to produce the best result? A. Specify the audience, tone, purpose, and important information to preserve. B. Say only, rewrite this. C. Provide no original email. D. Ask for an unrelated response. Correct. Answer. A. Specify the audience, tone, purpose, and important information to preserve. Explanation. Defining the audience and communication goals gives Claude useful constraints and helps it produce a more appropriate version of the email. Question 14. What is one useful application of Claude for software development? A. Generating, explaining, reviewing, or improving code. B. Physically installing computer components. C. Replacing every software testing process. D. Guaranteeing that code contains no defects. Correct. Answer. A. Generating, explaining, reviewing, or improving code explanation. Claude can assist developers with coding-related tasks, but generated code should still be reviewed, tested, and validated before production use. Question 15. A developer asks Claude to generate code for a critical application. What should happen after Claude provides the code? A. Review, test, and validate the generated code. B. Deploy it immediately without testing. C. Assume it is automatically secured. D. Remove all code review processes. Correct answer. A. Review, test, and validate the generated code. Explanation. AI-generated code can contain errors or security issues. Human review and appropriate testing are important before using generated code in production. Question 16. A user needs Claude to perform a repetitive task consistently. What can improve consistency? A. Use clear instructions, define constraints, and an appropriate output format. B. Change the task requirements every time. C. Remove all instructions. D. Provide contradictory requirements. Correct. Answer. A. Use clear instructions, define constraints, and an appropriate output format. Explanation. Clear and consistent instructions help establish predictable behavior and make it easier to evaluate Claude's outputs. Question 17. What is an important consideration when asking Claude to analyze information from an external source? A. Evaluate whether the source is trustworthy and relevant. B. Assume every source is accurate. C. Ignore the source completely. D. Treat generated content as automatically verified. Correct. Answer. A. Evaluate whether the source is trustworthy and relevant. Explanation. Claude can process information provided from external sources, but the reliability of the source itself remains important when assessing the quality of the resulting analysis. Question 18. A user wants Claude to generate several possible solutions to a business problem. What should the prompt emphasize? A. The problem, relevant constraints, objectives, and desired comparison criteria. B. Only the company's name. C. No business context. D. An unrelated example. Correct. Answer: A. The problem, relevant constraints, objectives, and desired comparison criteria. Explanation: providing objectives and constraints helps Claude generate options that are relevant to the actual business situation and makes comparison more useful. Question 19. Which practice supports responsible use of generative AI? A. Understanding limitations, protecting sensitive information, and maintaining appropriate human oversight. B. Giving AI unrestricted authority over every decision. C. Assuming all AI-generated information is correct. D. Removing security controls. Correct. Answer: A. Understanding limitations, protecting sensitive information, and maintaining appropriate human oversight. Explanation: responsible AI use involves understanding system limitations, managing data appropriately, validating important outputs, and maintaining suitable human oversight. Question 20. What is the strongest general approach to getting useful results from Claude? A. Combine clear prompting, relevant context, iterative refinement, verification, and appropriate human judgment. B. Use the shortest possible prompt every time. C. Trust every response without review. D. Provide maximum information regardless of relevance. Correct. Answer: A. Combine clear prompting, relevant context, iterative refinement, verification, and appropriate human judgment. Explanation: effective Claude usage is more than simply asking a question. Clear instructions, relevant context, refinement, verification, and human judgment can significantly improve the usefulness and reliability of AI-assisted work. That's your 20-question Anthropic Claude Certified Associate Foundations Exam Challenge complete. Now check your score and, more importantly, note the topics where you hesitated. That's where your next study session should begin. Need more practice? Explore additional Anthropic Claude Certified Associate Foundations Exam questions and preparation resources on Study for Exam through the link in the description. And that's where we'll leave today's challenge. Keep experimenting with Claude, strengthen the fundamentals, and turn the questions you missed into your strongest topics. Best of luck with your Anthropic Claude Certified Associate Foundation certification.